So, it's cold outside. It's windy. It's almost dark. There are lots of snowflakes flying around. Seems like a perfect time for HRV, doesn't it? Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series where we are going to HRV. And I could end up turning around very quickly if I feel like I have to pull the ripcord, but we are so well prepared in so many ways. Actually, this might have just turned into a blizzard. Let's see what happened. If it's a full blizzard, we're not going to do that, but if it's just flirting with it, nope, that's a full blizzard. That's what that is. Okay, well, remember what I just said about how we were going to go to Hush River Valley, no matter, you know, how cold, windy, and how many, like, snowflakes were in the air? There's an upper limit to that daring attitude. And what you were just looking at, that's the limit right there. So it doesn't really make any sense to go anywhere, really. So let's see what I can do with the time I have here. I don't really want to repair anything, nor do I need to be honest. Now would be a great time to read that last book. But there's just not a whole lot that I can do at the moment. I can potentially sharpen my blades a little bit. Even that is almost done, because I've been staying on top of that. Probably been staying on top of the sharpening of blades more in this series than I have in any past Against All Odds series, I would probably say. Okay, well, let's just try sleeping like an hour at a time, and hope for maybe a short-lived blizzard. Ooh, for a second I thought it was dying out there. Because, after all, this is not Pleasant Valley. This is Milton. Nope. Still blizzard. Okay. Okay. It's gonna torture me. It's fine. I kinda knew that this could potentially happen right as I was getting up there, and I'm glad it happened now rather than after I'd already committed to walking through the door to the zone, so to speak. I would much rather deal with this now. Alright, starting to get dark. I'm guessing from the complete lack of any kind of change to the sounds outside. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. This is looking a little better. It's not particularly warm, and it is going to be dark real soon, which is a problem. I don't love the amount of fog. That's a huge limit on visibility. But I think I might have an opportunity here. Let me give it... Let's just like... I don't know why I walked up to the bed. That wasn't necessary. Well, let's give it one more hour. There we go. Let's see if that cleared up a bit. Oh, wow. No, it actually came back as another... I'm going to Hush River Valley, okay? It's gonna happen. It's just not in the middle of a blizzard. I'm not... I just overcame a 20... Can we just stop for a moment and appreciate how ridiculous this is? Like, I just overcame a 20-day infection. And like, I'm excited to go to one of the most remote and, for me, unexplored on or off-camera regions in the entire game. And the game is just going to be like, no, you're going to stay right here in a place that you've already thoroughly looted and just go through your entire stash of cattails first. Then you can go to Hush River Valley. Then you can go. Then you can leave. You'll be permitted. Like, I need a frickin' Bane voice changer.
Once all of your cattails are ashes, then you have my permission to die.
Something like that. Alright, well... Alright, I'm just... I hate this. But I'm just gonna pass time and then sleep. And then hopefully wake up in the morning and it'll be clear and it'll be a great moment to leave. Maybe that'll be the gift that this episode gives me here. Alright, so that's the sound of the storm finally passing. Which is somewhat reassuring. The upside of all of this is that we are carrying a lot of stuff right now. What is it, by the way? Is it mainly just the water, the cloth, and the sticks? Not even really the reclaimed wood? Yeah. Look, the deerskin boots are heavy, okay? And we do have a lot of water right now still. And we have... That's not even a lot of lantern fuel. So I honestly, I need to lighten up a little bit before I go. There's one thing I could obviously do. Let's, should have noticed that sooner, to be honest. Oh, I can only prepare 2. Okay, we'll prepare 2 then. Those will get a little bit lighter. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it is what it is. And now let's sleep for 5 hours. I put in 6, but we're only going to get like 4. Woke up fully rested, and it is the very beginning of the day. It sounds quite calm outside. A pound of crow feathers. A pound of feathers. Let that sink in. An entire pound of crow feathers. You know what I need to make? I need to make some fire-hardened arrows. That's one thing I haven't messed around with at all, on or off camera. But apparently they consume lots of feathers. And I have lots of feathers. So maybe next time I have a fire, I just need to, you know, get cracking on those. Alright, let's, well, first of all, let's go ahead and grab these rose hips. And then I'm going to step over here. I'm going to check the area of these outhouses just to see if maybe, just maybe, there's stuff here that I could benefit from. But it's a new day. And Against All Odds Season 7. No longer limited by extreme tiredness. No longer limited by worms in any part of my body that I know of at the moment. Okay. I'm kind of trying to keep the high ground just for the sake of exploration. But I do want to be mindful of sprains. Alright, so Hushed River Valley is back this direction. There's a bunny, which is reasonable indication there's not a wolf anywhere super close. Alright, so let's kind of hang a left here. Ironically, just a little bit farther, and we would be... not very much farther at all, and we would be at the Bear Bridge. Here's the cave to Hushed River Valley. We'd be at the Bear Bridge, which, when we come back from Hushed River Valley, we will go left rather than going right. We won't go back towards Milton the way we came. We're going to go that way because we need to retrieve the last of the stuff we have curing at the prepper cache. So we will be going back there. Now, I don't recall. I think there's actually a cave here. So we might have some exploring to do. Yeah. All right. Bring it on. Okay, now as I recall, this is a cave where it's possible to get turned around. All right, so we're going downhill, and then there's a U-turn. I just want to kind of remember the lay of the land. I've been in this cave. I've been in the cave recently, even. In multiple series, actually. It's not like I've never been here before, but this is a little bit different. I don't have a pressing objective. I don't have something demanding that I do one thing or another. So I have the opportunity to look around in this cave, first and foremost. Alright, I see some wood over there. pretty encumbered. Okay, there's a revolver skill book. I might be able to justify, like, reading that before I leave the cave. It would be nice to knock out another book, just to give that extra middle finger to the intestinal parasites, even though I technically don't have the time. I need to keep moving because I am starting to run low on food. Not going to be running low on food once I get to Hush River Valley, but I am starting to run low on food right now. Alright. Also, I'm picking up a lot of coal, which is nice for fires, not nice for
carry this load for much longer.
that. It's also not really good for exhaustion. Okay, this cave was not as complicated as I thought. I am at the exit already. Let's... Alright, I'm probably going to drop a lot of what I just picked up. Let me stop here for a moment, though. And here's what I'm going to do. Really, just 9 cattails. Really. Really. That's all I've got left. You remember when this was full of food? Remember all that meat that we cooked? Yeah, that's gone now. I don't have that anymore. But I do have a revolver skill book. That if I read it, it will help me pass some time. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's actually a lot of points. There we go. I wasn't expecting it to be that big of an increase. All right, I am going to drop that. And I've got to drop something tinder-wise. I guess the smartest thing to drop is the actual wood. I can leave it here at the entrance to the cave. But the coal I could use. And I want to have at least that many sticks at the moment. Oh, hang on. Clear opportunity to drink some more water. And now we definitely have to find some cattails. But this is actually putting us in Hush River Valley at a much better time of day. That's a good amount of fog with a actual, like, decent amount of visibility. That's a nice mix. So we're going to go straight forward. And the question is, which way do I want to go at first? Because I think, yeah, I'm not going to be able to climb, so it doesn't make sense to go to the spot where we found the grave, for example. I could go that way, but I'm not going to. I don't know that direction as well. Obviously, I'll go ahead and say this now, since I'm finally entering Hush River Valley. Guideline 3, double check it, for those of you in the comments section, because this is a zone that, as I've said a couple of times, I haven't really explored a lot, and I don't want to be told where to go or what to do. I don't want to be told what I missed or what I don't know. I will figure it out. This is part of the joy of playing the Long Dark for the first time, and I have been in this zone a good bit now. It's not like I know nothing, but there's still stuff that I'm learning, so for this zone, and especially with future zones like Black Rock, Ash Canyon, especially the Forsaken Airfield. No spoilers, please. No backseating. I just want to live this the best I can, and I will do my best to make it as entertaining as I can. So will my trigger finger. That's a promise. Interpret that as you will. And for those of you who have been around a long time, or maybe who are newer to the channel but have seen some of the recent Against All Odds stuff, or maybe if you joined the channel while I was gone, and this is your first series watching live and you're listening to that going, Ben, that sounds pretty strict. Yeah, it is. It's stricter than I used to be on that stuff, and it's because there are a lot of people in the comments, not necessarily community members, just people coming in from YouTube, who just want to tell me and other creators, like, what to do and how to play. And when it comes to... Alright, there's a bear. When it comes to Zones in the Long Dark, which is one of my biggest games on the channel... That's... Who am I kidding? It's my biggest game on the channel. When it comes to zones in this game, that I haven't explored before, I don't want that taken away from me. You know? I just don't. I just don't want the chance to experience this for the first time diminished in any way, and I will protect it. But anyhow, it's that simple, nothing more. I'm going to head over this way just to avoid the bear. Which is unfortunate in a way, because I didn't necessarily want to go this way strictly. Oh, I didn't actually realize this path was here. Wait a minute. Hold the heck on. Is there a... Does this drop here? Okay. Okay, yeah, it drops. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, can you just come up here? Like, I was very confused for a second. See, there you go. Like, I just learned something right there. And let me just make sure I don't want to put myself on a path of... Well, that looks Skyrimable right there. So let's just do this the fun way while keeping an eye on that bear, which is literally right there. Alright, which way you going, buddy? I know you're over there. Which way are you walking, though? Okay, you're walking away. Good. I'm gonna go this way. Which is, again, not the way I wanted to go. Ooh, I might be able to sneak that way, though. Oh, no, just kidding. I think the bear just turned around. Oh, you jerk. You did just turn around. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's so rude. That's so rude. Holy crap. Alright, well, see, this is not ideal because this is a high spot up here. And the likelihood that I'm going to be able to do anything where I'm going... Ooh, a prop deer. That's not bad. The likelihood I'm going to be able to do anything is pretty low. Like, actually climb up or down any ropes up here. So I'm really just exploring to see if there might be any loot. There are definitely higher areas that I want to check out, and I want to go up there and see what's going on up there for sure. Because there might be more to this area than I remember, and maybe I'm not in as bad shape as I thought. And I also have to bear in mind that I have the axe, and that is an important piece of gear to have in this zone when you want to get around, because there are multiple pathways in this zone in particular. It's one of the first zones where this like traversal mechanic was really introduced in the Long Dark, where you have pathways that you have to cut through in order to access them, and if you don't have the right tool at the right time, then you're not making it. It's just not happening. All right. So this is where the gravesite was. Now I just kind of wanted to come up here and see what was here. Nice. Let's go ahead and drink some water. Now, unfortunately, because of where that bear was, I was not able to, like, just harvest cattails when I walked in the way that I planned. So part of me wants to go back and go ahead and, like, cook up some of this deer. But I also am very painfully aware of the fact that I need to go back in the direction of that bear in order to find some of the caves that I can use to obtain shelter, because I don't have a lot of daylight left. I've got some, but not a lot. So let me poke my head up here and see what I find. You're literally watching me, like, looking around here for one of the first times ever, at least as, like, as an open world player. Like, I've certainly... Okay, so this looks like a dead end. Maybe a bit of a fake out. Hang on, let's step up here. I just don't want to step too far. Yep, dead end. Alright, cool. So I guess what I'll do is I'll go back and we'll start a fire by that prop deer, and we will cook up the meat on the deer. I've got my hacksaw with me, so that would that will top us off food-wise and allow us to survive a little bit longer while we look for a way around that bear. And honestly, by the time we cook the meat, the necessary time may have passed. We might be in good shape. There's plenty of wood in the area. I've already got what I need in order to get a hot fire going. I can use the coal, which also will help me with my encumbrance. Because I'm walking around with a lot of extra stuff right now. Okay, there's a path right there, interestingly enough, that I didn't see the first time. I am going to cook up the deer, though. Like, I'm committed to that. I want to get that meat while this weather is this decent. Because I am pretty confident I'm going to be able to find a cave. Okay. So let's start a fire by this deer. We're not going to use a magnifying lens because we can't. Use a stick. I am going to go ahead... No, I'm not going to use accelerant. Screw it.
Come on, little fire.
Lots of wolves. Thankfully, I have plenty to defend myself with now. Wasn't the case earlier in the series, but then Milton was very kind to me. Okay, now the nice thing about... Hang on. Let's go ahead and put some of those sticks on the fire. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of meat. 12 minutes. Let's go ahead and harvest that. It's a nice warm fire. The nice thing about coal to get a fire going up to a reasonable length of time is it's also a very, very hot fire very fast. All right, so we got 28 minutes there. Perfect. Let's just pass time. Eat it. And with the remainder of this time, you know what I can make? Acorn coffee. I'm not going to drink it yet, but I can make some. And then I can go ahead and get some water going, because I mean, I don't need water right now. But while I have this much of a fire, like, I'm not going to get a whole can full of water. We're just going to do this, but it's worth it. All right, let's drink that. All right, so the weather seems to be worsening a little bit. Before it gets too much worse, let's go ahead and look for shelter. Cross fingers that we're able to find it before it gets much more blinding around here. Okay, yeah, this is a very... Okay, so this might actually be relatively close to the bear, and I need to be careful. I didn't know this pathway was here, but now I've learned. Good to know. So there's a lot of cattails back there that I could potentially pick up. I don't know this bear's patrol route at all. Bear that in mind. Sorry. So sorry. That was uncalled for. Okay, I know there's a cave near here. I'm recognizing some of this terrain, I think. And also there's bunnies in the immediate area, which indicates to me that there's not a predator super close. Cattails, hey, there we go. I think there's a cave right here to the right, but I'm going to grab cattails while I can. All right, so now it's time for the good time-honored tradition of left-click, right-click on every single cattail I see, because I no longer need the cattail heads. So that's literally what I'm doing. I'm left-click, right-clicking. Yeah, I think there's a cave near here. Oh, I hear bear crows. I think straight ahead. Oh boy. Yeah, if you can't hear that, put on earphones. For those of you who have occasionally said, I know I've already done this a few times in the series, so you're well aware. But like, for those of you who have said, I can't hear the cattails whenever you mention them, there's another clear opportunity to go back and listen. All right, this is good. This is a lot of food. I just don't know where this frickin' bear is. And I'm kind of nervous that he might be up here to the right where I'm going, which, that's an idea, I'm going to be honest, I don't love that idea. It's not one that generally makes me comfortable. Okay, so no cave yet. There is a cave entrance somewhere near here, I know that. But it is not where I thought it was. Must be further up this way. Thankfully, though, I'm now in the cattail nirvana that I kept mentioning. So, that's good at least. But I would really prefer to find that cave sooner than later. Because it's starting to look like HRV is going to get mean in the next couple of seconds. And I'm just saying, a revolver doesn't scare off a bear the same way it scares off a wolf. Okay? It just doesn't. It's not the way the game works. Alright, so there's some more brush that can be chopped up. I see more cattails, and I do see another area where I think the cave in question might be. So I'm going to risk pissing off any wolves that are nearby by just walking straight toward it. Because I need to have a little bit better view. Okay. Yeah, the bear is back behind me. Frickin' demon. I heard the footsteps and I was like, where are you? Where are you? Just frickin' reveal yourself already. Alright. There's still so many cattails and I'm starting to pass some up. I know it's weird, but it's because I need to find this cave. I know that if this storm that we're looking at right now turns into a blizzard, I could be in bad shape in relatively short order. So, need to find that cave. Alright, I'm gonna go in the opposite direction that wolf just ran. Alright, this isn't the direction I was looking for. But it's starting to look more familiar anyway. Speaking of hot fire, let's go ahead and grab that coal. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I am going to keep the revolver out. I've got both fingers on the right button right now. Okay, so that's a climbing rope. That's not a good sign. Because a climbing rope is not going to be right next to a cave. Or is it? No. So the cave might be in the other direction. I know there's a cave down here. I think there's multiple caves in here. Truth be told, the weather is actually getting, I think, a little bit better. Man, there's so many cattails. See, I don't have to pick them all now. There's an advantage necessarily, or there's an advantage somewhat to leaving some of them behind. Okay, okay. I'm starting to feel better. Maybe. Although I also hear waterfalls, and that's not reassuring. Alright, I actually know where I am now. Which... I don't know if there's... Oh, wait. Yup. I think I know where to go. Now, is that one of the cave entrances? I know... yeah, I've obviously been in Hush River Valley enough to know, and I've seen other players play in Hush River Valley enough to know that there are some caves that are blocked by waterfalls. I don't think that's one of them. No, that's just a waterfall, straight up. Yeah, I don't have to pick up every cattail right away. It's just not necessary. Yeah, I know exactly where I am. This is the top of the waterfalls. Now, remember in Darkwalker, I actually went down and did some Skyrimming, which I could do that again. I could do it right now. But there's a path over here that you can chop your way through. And I know there's a cave over here. I actually do know. So, based on that practice run that I did for Darkwalker, just did a little bit of, like, brief lay of the land stuff. Here we go. Now the question is, which cave is Fluffy / Scruffy in? That's what I'm not as sure of, you know? So I'm gonna have to listen very carefully here. 1 second. Alright, so we got those 2 shell casings. Alright, so now I'm indoors, which is really good. I have a feeling this is Scruffy's cave. I just don't know for sure. But I'm very glad to be in an interior environment regardless. Why can't I see anything farther, though? Hang on. You know what? Hang on. I've got so many flares. It's time to use one, because if we need to scare off a wolf, I want to be ready. Okay, that's a dead end. I see why. I went past the turn point. Cool. All right. I think this is, yeah. I think this is the wolf cave. Alright, so there's potential for some loot in here. I think you hear footsteps. There's definitely potential for some loot in here that I'm kind of excited about. It's not a guarantee. It's never a guarantee. But I've got a lot of cattails that I didn't have before. I'm just seeing a lot of visual cues that remind me of the cave where I've run into the wolf before, and I just don't know for sure if I'm tricking myself or not. Alright, so here's a pry bar water purification tablets. That's not bad. Oh boy. Here's the thing, Legion. I need to sleep, and I need to end... Not me. I'm fine. I mean, Jennifer needs to sleep. And I need to end the episode as well. This is a very topsy-turvy, windy, windy cave. And I'm seeing so many little cues that are like, this is the wolf cave. And I mean, I could be completely fooling myself, but because I haven't been here enough to really log into memory which cave is the wolf cave and which isn't, you know? But I'm seeing so many things that remind me of it. Alright, so I'm going to go through here. And I also feel like I'm close to where the Darkwalker got me. Might even be the same cave. Upshot of the current situation, though. Nice. Yeah, see, this is what I thought it was. All right, so we've got some more matches. We've got cedar firewood. We've got another hacksaw.
Oh, lucky day.
I don't really need the hacksaw. I was really kind of hoping, honestly. Oh, check that out. Candy bar, tomato soup. Tomato soup, really? Survive the outdoor. Okay, and another bedroll. I don't need the bedroll, but here's what I can do now. I definitely have what I need. We've got a burned out campfire. Let's go ahead and use the lit flare. We're going to use a stick. We're going to start this fire. This is a perfect opportunity to kind of hunker down for a bit. I might even have enough fuel with that extra firewood I just found and the coal that I picked up. I might have enough to just get a fire going through the night. Let's see what happens here. Yep, totally. Totally. All right, great. Here's what I'm going to do then. I've got a nice hot fire. Let's see if I can put a bedroll down in a reasonable place here. I would love if I could put a bedroll down, like, up here, game, where I feel safe. Please? Please. Please. Why you do this? Oh no, I can't... There's not a single spot. This is incredibly rude. No, I don't want to do that. Wow. It's so incredibly toxic. What if I came all the way back here? What if I put a bedroll down right here? Would you let me? What about right here? Anywhere? Anywhere at all on these rocks. I just lit a massive fire game so that I could sleep. And now you're going to tell me that this spot where I found a bedroll, I can't actually put the bedroll down. That looks like there's room there. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Alright, there goes my flare. That's okay. Hang on, we're going to struggle with this for a moment longer. Worst comes to worst, I can walk around the cave, make another fire elsewhere, but I just used a lot of fuel to get that fire going all night long, and for the game to tell me that there's nowhere that I can put a bedroll is insulting. Like, this is absurd. You give me a little hidey hole with a campfire spot and a frickin' bedroll. Like, come on. See, even here, seems like... See, this seems like it would be the best spot. I don't want to sleep in the fire. That seems like ill-advised. I'm going to hold down the rotate button while I move the bedroll around. Oh, no. All right, yeah, this is not going to work. There's not a spot back here to sleep. There's probably a spot right here. Hang on. No, there's not one here either. Wow, that sucks. Okay, just kidding. Like, we're gonna keep going a moment longer because now this fire was an absolute waste of all that fuel. Total waste. I'm really bothered by this. There's got to be a spot here somewhere. There has to be. Why would you give us this spot and give us a fire pit? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the game's gonna give me ominous music. Of course it is. Yeah, this is... Okay. This might be my first ever, like, genuine Hush River Valley complaint. Why? Why would you do this? Why would you give us this? I took the bait. I took the bait. I was like, okay, it's a spot for a fire. Let's go, you know? So I'm just gonna grab some more coal, because God knows there's more coal in here. And hopefully this is not one of the reasons I want that, I wanted to be safe behind that fire, is I'm not sure if this is the wolf cave or not, and we might be about to find out. But that was the loot spot that I was anticipating, for sure. So now I just need to find a safe spot to sleep. Alright, so there's some coal on the ground, that's good. But once again, I'm seeing cues that remind me of... Oh, no, that's the exit. Alright. Alright, well, hang on. That's a lot of coal, and there's a stick. So maybe I'll have enough... Hang on. Yeah, let's do this. Well, hold on. Hold on. Before I do anything, I'm going to put that down. There we go. And let me go ahead and put the bedroll, or the flame down right next to the bedroll. There we go. Torch. Let's use the stick. I'll have to pick up some more sticks, but thankfully I have them, so it'll be fine. Man, I'm really mad I wasted all that fuel. That was like a gift from the game.
Come on, little fire.
Really? 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 Let's try that again. 85% start chance. I believe in you, Jennifer. At least we got some more matches. Silver lining. Got another hacksaw. I feel like, I have to say, a lot of the spots in this particular loot table where I was hoping to find a fire striker, another tool has been in the fire striker's place. Not seeing a lot of luck with that, which is discouraging. Okay, so we've got 6 hours on this fire. Let's go ahead and put that away. Ha! 13% tomato soup. I'm pretty sure it's been so long. It's been so long, but let me try cooking the rest of tomato soup, because I don't think that the condition of stuff like this improves when you cook it. Meat does. Nope. Yeah, still 13%. That's exactly what I remembered. So we're gonna leave that. We're not gonna touch it. Not gonna worry about it. 6 hours on this fire. That's good enough for me. Let's go ahead and drink this. And this will be our save point for the episode as well. Good stopping point. I'll go ahead and say 7 hours. Well, no, we've got 6 hours on the fire, so let's do 5. And then I can get up and I can... Yeah, so that's the sound of the tomato soup burning. Inedible burn stuff. Nice. All right, so we got an hour, but I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, I'm going to venture into the cave in the dark and grab additional fuel just to keep the fire going for the rest of the night. And then that'll give me an opportunity to, wake up in the morning and see where this exit leads, while also, maybe exploring the rest of the cave to make sure, because I think there are some areas that I haven't quite looked through in this cave yet, and I want to make sure that I've looked everywhere, and that if this is the wolf cave, that I've kind of crossed it off the list. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. And new episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.